Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a mock draft for the Texans, and we're going to try and do a trade. A mock draft without Deshaun Watson. And this one we're going to try and trade with the Miami Dolphins, and we're going to be using the PFF simulator. And let's get started. So before we start the drafts, we're gonna do some trades, obviously. So we're going to trade with Miami. So this is in the scenario that we trade with Miami Dolphins. There could be a lot of appeal with Will Fuller going there, and Deshaun Watson would probably like the Miami market, considering he's kind of a business guy too. So yeah, so right, so we're just going to trade. So I'm expecting the trade to be around 2 first, 2 seconds, around that, and then Tua Tagovailoa, and maybe some defensive player. I think. Oh, do y'all agree with that?
Yeah, I would say either Christian Wilkins or Xavier Howard would be a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be around right.
And so I don't want to give any picks for this draft, so I'm just gonna give them like a round 7 thing, just so this draft goes down. So obviously we're giving them Deshaun Watson here, so we're going to force this trade, and let's start the draft. Let's go. So obviously, kind of expected. Trevor Lawrence goes first, Zach Wilson second. So what are y'all thinking? Should we trade? Should we draft someone here? Or should we trade back?
Personally, I know at 3, if I were to stay at 3, I would take Kyle Pitts because there's really no one in the draft like him. He can play receiver, tight end, slot, everything like that.
I'd probably trade down maybe like a couple picks. If Pitts isn't there, maybe take the best wide receiver. I mean, Pitts, of course, is a generational talent, but I mean, I'd rather get picks like an extra first for next year or something like that.
Yeah, I think we probably benefit from trading down. So let's see. So if we were to trade, would you guys? We could trade Falcons, the Bengals. Who y'all thinking?
I think maybe the Niners or the Panthers, something like that.
Yeah.
They're a team that's in a big need of a quarterback right now.
Okay. So Niners, we could. So they give the 12th pick, and we ask for the 3rd pick, and then we also ask for that they give their 44th overall pick. Is that a fair trade, or should they also give another pick as well?
I think they should also give their 2022 first-round pick.
2022 first round pick. Okay, let's offer the trade. I won't force any trade, so this is as authentic as possible. So let's see if they make the trade. So they don't accept it. So maybe not offer that, but maybe next year's second round pick. All right. It's like the 49ers don't want to really trade with us. So
maybe
maybe
the Panthers.
Okay, Panthers. All right. So Carolina, we asked for their 8th and their 40th. I think they should accept that. Well, how about 72nd? Why not? Okay, they don't.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe 113.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 3rd overall pick. I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, how about we just leave it here? Like, this is probably going to be Casario's first bad trade, but let's see if they accept it. Oh wow, they don't even.
Oh, okay. Well, different team, I guess.
Or we can just.
Wow.
How about let's just in this scenario, no one wants the 3rd pick, and then we just have to draft someone. So, I definitely agree with Kyle Pitts at 3 because. I mean, Tua, he's going to need a weapon to throw to in Kyle Pitts. No better person to throw to than Kyle Pitts here. Probably one of the best pass catching, like pass catching players in this draft. So I'm going to go with Kyle Pitts. Are y'all cool with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So we go Kyle Pitts.
He's not only a tight end. He could play like receiver. He could block. He can catch. He can be like that slot wide receiver and get yards after catch. He can do it all. So it's like one of the best players in this year's draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He's 240 pounds. He just ran a 4.46 at his pro day. So he's insane.
All right, now we have pick number 18, and so we got Pitts for Tua, and so now we have at pick 18. We could use a cornerback, Caleb Farley, pretty good cornerback here. There's also Gregory Rousseau, edge player, one of the best edges. J.C. Horn, very good player as well. So who are y'all thinking right here?
Probably Caleb Farley.
Yeah. Also, consider Jeremiah Owusu because he's a really good coverage linebacker. But and J.C. Horn also, I feel like he's really aggressive and physical. So in the cover 2, he'd also be really good. So that's tough.
Yeah, I think considering we already have like a bunch of linebackers, I maybe we draft it later, but maybe we go secondary considering that that's kind of still like a place of need for the Texans, like the secondary in general. So we could just go Caleb Farley or JC Horn. So which one of the two do y'all prefer out of because both have their own strengths and weaknesses, of course.
Right.
I mean, I probably prefer Farley, but JC Horn's also a very good player.
Right.
I think you can't
I
go wrong
mean,
with either one.
yeah, you really can't get wrong. I know I prefer JC Horn here, but I'll go with your perspective. I'll go with Caleb Farley.
All right, so Caleb Farley it is, future Texan, and draft is looking pretty good. We got Kyle Pitts, we got Caleb Farley, and now we have the 35th pick. And there's still a lot of good players available. You still have Travis Etienne available, obviously, good running back. That's if David Johnson could be cut, and Mark
So
Ingram.
right off the bat, I see Darius Washington and Landon Dickerson, and also Jabril Cox. So the people that stand out to me right now.
Mm-hmm. Running back,
Yeah, I really like.
yeah. Running back wouldn't be a bad option considering David Johnson's on a 1-year contract, Mark Ingram's on a 1-year contract, and Philip Lindsay. He could be someone who does stay with us in the future, but yeah. I like the names y'all mentioned too. Darius Washington, Jabril Cox. So considering that we need more help in the secondary, I'm thinking Darius Washington. What do y'all think?
Yes, I would agree with Darius Washington.
Yeah, he plays cover 2 in TCU, so it'd be like a perfect match for us.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
Yep.
I would love the fit there.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need a stud safety, and he could definitely be that for us.
And it opens up the possibility of moving Lonnie Johnson down the corner,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
Especially with a little uncertainty with the future of Bradley Roby.
And so now we're on the clock at 50. We could use some D-line help, either interior or edge, or we could go wide receiver. I mean, Kyle Pitts, obviously, he could play a wide receiver if he wanted to. But what do y'all think? Should we go D-line, edge? You still got some studs here at pick 50 available. So what do y'all think?
Probably McNeil. I think he's over 300 pounds. He could increase in that power role as a DM.
I see Marvin Wilson there too. I think, right, you said Alim McNeil is actually 320 pounds, so we do need a one tech. That's very enticing. I don't know if that's a little bit of a reach or not. This is only the 50th pick in the draft, though.
And Najee Harris, he's somehow available. I doubt he falls this far. But honestly, I would love to see a guy like Najee Harris. He's literally Derrick Henry 2.0. But
that's actually pretty interesting because I know we're gonna be running a power run scheme. He's gonna have his Alabama buddy Mark Ingram on the team too.
Yeah, honestly, we could probably cut David Johnson. Dontrell Hilliard could probably just be a special teams guy. Like how you said, everybody's on a 1-year deal. Yeah, I would love Najee Harris. Would probably be good.
Yeah, honestly, like this could be like a running back of the future.
I think
like
we do go Najee Harris. Yeah.
Mark Ingram, David Johnson, those guys aren't like going to be our future Texans, like future in our future plans. So I feel like Najee Harris would be a steal at 50, in my opinion, even though PFF ranks him at 67 for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and draft Najee Harris. I think that's a major steal.
I think that'd be a pretty good fit next to the speed of Philip Lindsay.
So we got Kyle Pitts, we got Najee Harris. Tua got all the weapons now. And now we should definitely go on defense for the rest of the draft, probably.
We need to be looking for a defensive lineman for sure.
Yeah. Osai is pretty good. Let's see. That's exactly where he was predicted to fall. Let's see. Let's sort by edge, I guess, to see what exactly comes up. Rashard Weaver from Pittsburgh is pretty good, too. Quincy Roche. Heard a lot of people on Miami front. What do y'all think?
I believe I saw Davion Nixon on the board too at interior defensive line.
Okay.
I was pretty interested by him actually.
Yeah.
His stats, I guess. So
yeah.
in 2020 he had 5 sacks, 16 hurries. That's pretty cool, decent. And that's in 8 games actually. So that's actually really, really good. I didn't see how many games he played. I don't know why he missed that many games. I don't know if he had an injury or not. But let's see. So I think he could be really good for us. I mean, we do
Yeah,
have
6'3", 305.
yeah.
Yeah,
So let's go with Davion Nixon. And this is like a pretty good draft. I mean, if Nick Cassero got half these guys, I think I'd be pretty happy.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so we're on the clock
Oh,
again.
Brevin Jordan. Oh my goodness. Well, you already got the final picks, but dang, can't
Yeah.
believe he fell that far.
I mean, we could never rule out the possibility of maybe cutting Waring or maybe Akins, having 2 tight ends. Pitts could probably play wide receiver number 2 sometimes. Have Jordan's tight end one.
Mm.
Could probably go more defense, I guess, since that's the place that needs more talent, in my opinion.
Could go Quincy Roche too.
Yeah, that's
He's
what I'm thinking.
it's kind of like Jonathan Grenard a little bit, but a little bit faster, more acceleration off the snap.
Yeah, he definitely gets sacks, 6 sacks, 25
13
hurries,
in one
5
season.
hits. Yeah, exactly. So definitely the star edge. I think I'm gonna go Quincy Roche because we definitely could use that edge help and create more competition in training camp per se. So
Yes.
Quincy Roche, and now our D line is looking pretty good. I mean, you still have Jacob Martin, you still have Shaq Lawson, you still have Amenahu there too. So looks good. We could go. Let's see. We could go some inside O line at this time. I don't know. I mean, we still have Marcus Kennedy probably not going to be in our future plans. I mean, he's
Right.
probably going to be like maybe like 2 more years. There was rumors of him retiring, so who knows about that? So
Yeah, he's 33, I believe, something like that.
let's see.
I do like Drake Jackson out of Kentucky.
Uh, let's look at his stats. What does he have? So okay, so he's only allowed 3 hurries and 0 sacks last season. So that's really good. Reliable guy.
Very consistent.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind. He's center right now, and Britt is probably just like a veteran guy who could teach him the ropes and stuff. He could start over Britt per se. I don't know how they battle over training camp, but oh, go ahead. What about Josh Myers? I mean, he's
Yeah, let's take a look at Josh Myers too.
ranked a little head. Oh, he allowed 2 sacks.
He's a little heavier too.
Yeah, 2 sacks. So it looks like Drake Jackson is a little more reliable. So let's go ahead and get Drake Jackson. And he could probably replace Britt, or maybe he chooses somewhere else on the O line, maybe at right guard, left guard. Twyman's still available at 159.
And then Israel Mukauma. He's I think he's 6'2", 6'3", so he's got the length to play in the cover too.
6'4".
6'4".
Exceptions.
Oh my goodness.
He only played 6 games last season, so I don't know if he was preparing for the draft or.
3 touchdowns. Yeah.
I'll take a look.
But in his previous seasons, he did allow very low passer rating in 64.4 in 2018, 68.7 in 2019. So solid stats. But 2020 was kind of a little different.
Okay, so he did opt out. He opted out of
Right.
the 2020 season.
Okay,
to
but
prepare for the
he's
draft.
still like a stud. This is where he's predicted to fall at 159. So let's go ahead and draft more cornerback help. So Israel Muhammad.
He's got perfect length to play in that position in this scheme.
He's got a nice build. All right, so we got cornerback, we got safety help, we got edge help, we got D-line help. We didn't really get a linebacker help, but that was considering we already had like a lot of linebackers. So we could go more offense here, some wide receivers maybe. We already got Najee Harris, so we don't need running backs per se. We could go more O-line if you want.
Probably another receiver.
Yeah, that would not be a bad option. Let's see. I mean, the guy who's predicted to fall here is Austin Watkins. Take a look at his stats.
He's more of a jump ball kind of receiver, I believe. If I'm thinking correctly. Also saw TJ Basher down on that board too. Good way to wow.
Okay, looks like he's a deep threat, or seems like it. 2019, he
Mhm.
averaged 19.2 yards per reception. So he could be our Will Fuller replacement. Who knows? But yeah, he had 1,000-yard season in 2019. So, and he only played 7 games last season. So I'm assuming he opted out for the draft. So, but it seems like he only played 4 games in 2018. So there could be some injury concerns. So the last thing we want is a guy who can't really stay on the field. But you know, he would be a solid choice here. Let's see, Warren Jackson, Colorado State. This guy also had 1,000-yard season in 2019. Looks like he opted out of the 2020 season completely, but he did have 8 touchdowns, so it looks like pretty good receiver. And he's played 10 games in both seasons. So, what are y'all thinking here?
I would either say Austin Watkins or TJ Vasher, but TJ Vasher's a little bit more down the board, so you could wait a while for him. But Austin Watkins seemed pretty productive in every single game that he played. So I guess it was against lower competition. But he's still very capable and very talented.
All right, let's go ahead and get Watkins. So, yeah, looks good. So we have 3 more picks remaining. Looks like we covered most of our holes here, so we could just go best player available. But we could use some more O-line help. Don't want to neglect the O-line for sure. So, what were y'all thinking out here?
I would go offensive line, but most likely a guard here.
So Jack Anderson from Texas Tech. Let's see. Played 10 games last season. He allowed 3 sacks, 1 hit, quarterback hit, and 3 hurries. So decent stats. Obviously, you're not going to find a super stud at 203 or whatnot, but seems like we could just go best player available for our needs, and that is Jack Anderson. So we can go ahead and draft him. And so far, so good, I guess. All right, 2 more picks remaining. What are y'all thinking here?
I gotta see the board a little bit more, but see a lot of running backs there, so that's really kind of out of the question right now. Don't need that.
We could go like more wide receivers per se. Maybe the guy you mentioned earlier from Texas Tech is still TJ Vasher.
Oh, there he is.
So yeah, we could get him at 233 maybe, but honestly, it doesn't really matter at this.
Yeah, I would wait for 233 personally.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll look at a different.
We could go
maybe corner,
safety or corner here. Trey Norwood.
Oh, Jacoby Stevens is there. He's actually a really big hybrid kind of safety linebacker who you actually kind of need in cover 2 to play that middle read. So I really think we should pick him.
Yeah,
with his skill set.
LSU does a good job at coaching players, so he's NFL ready. So let's hope TJ Vasher is available at 233. Hopefully, I think he is. Let's see. Yeah, he's there, so we can go ahead and draft him. And that's our draft. So
yeah, let's take a look at the overall
draft. I mean, post Deshaun Watson era, you have Tua. Obviously, I think we could like this is if we build around Tua. Obviously, we could flip Tua for like a future pick or something, and like draft like maybe someone like Trey Lance or Zach Wilson if he's available at 3. Looks like he's going to go at 2 though, but so far we got Kyle Pitts, Caleb Farley, Darius Washington, Najee Harris, Davion Nixon, Quincy Roche, Drake Jackson, Israel Mukamu, Austin Watkins, Jack Anderson, Jacoby Stevens, and TJ Vasher. This is like a great draft. PFF only gave us a B+, but in my heart, this is like A+, and it probably doesn't know that we're going to build around Tua, obviously, so it thinks that we didn't really draft a quarterback. So yeah, I really like this draft a lot. We got a lot of things that we needed, and now we can try doing a draft with Deshaun Watson. Sorry, and let's see how that goes. So we're not gonna trade it with anybody. We're just gonna straight up draft, and let's see how it goes. So we're not gonna make any trades here. So we're gonna wait all the way to 67, which is a long wait. Obviously, we traded both our first and second round picks to Miami in that Laramie Tunsil trade, as you all know. Let's see. So at 67, okay, so we could go safety or cornerback here. Eric Stokes is available. I think that.
Ooh, that's a really tough pick. I see some defensive tackles there. Najee Harris is there once again. Saw
Mhm.
Paris Ford. Paris Ford ran a 4.9 40. So I highly doubt he'd be picked in the third round. So I'm not sure if PFF is basing it off of that, but
Yeah.
highly doubt he'd be picked there.
Tyler Sheldon still there.
Yeah, we
Tyler
could.
Sheldon would be a good one tech, I think.
Yeah.
We definitely need a one tech. So we definitely also need cornerback and safety. I think safety a little more than corner, since we already signed Desmond King. But safety, we just have Justin Reed and then Lonnie Johnson, who is kind of transitioning to safety still. So who knows if he's still good at safety. He was okay last season. So who y'all thinking? All right.
It's probably between Eric Stokes or Tyler Sheldon, in my opinion.
I would say in that case we go Tyler Sheldon because I mean we have lots of corners now. It just kind of depends on who makes the team and whatnot.
Let's see what other safeties we have here. Okay, so the only really like top one right now is Paris Ford. So
Right.
yeah, we can go ahead with Tyler Sheldon. Let's check out his stats real quick. See what he's got. I mean, 67. I mean, there's a lot of options available, and seeing that we don't have like a bunch of picks like we would by trading Deshaun Watson, you gotta make every pick count. And Nick Casario, obviously he's been involved in the drafts. So yeah, okay. So Tyler Sheldon, he looks like he opted out for the 2020 season. It's like he didn't have any. Obviously, inside D lines doesn't get that many sacks, but looks like he is decent player. Maybe can't
Yeah,
really
he's
tell much.
very big. So
Yeah,
that's gonna help
yeah,
with the one tech. You know,
346.
he's your run stuffer.
Yeah, 346 at 6'3" is big. Yeah, so we can go ahead and get him. Hopefully he fits with our scheme. And now we pick at 108, which is a huge gap. So hopefully we have some cornerback or safety help there. I think that's where we should go. So let's see.
Yeah, let's look at corner and safety.
Corner. Ocho Williams is still there from Syracuse.
Sean Wade is still there.
Yeah, Sean Wade.
At one point, he's projected to go in the first and he dropped down.
I think Trill will. I'm gonna look at Trill Williams real quick actually.
Sean Wade had 7 touchdowns in 2020. Just pretty insane.
I don't know how that's even possible, but it's very interesting.
Joe Williams. It looks like he's pretty more consistent. In 2018, he only had allowed a 54.7 passer rating.
Oh yeah, so also Trill Williams is definitely a lot bigger. He's 200 pounds, 6'2". Exactly what I like to call a scheme fit in Lovie Smith's Tampa 2. And Sean Wade, I think he's like 5'11", 6 feet tall. Not really what you want.
He's 6'1",
6'1".
190.
6'1". Okay, I mean,
He could play both safety and corner. I remember seeing him at both in Ohio
right.
State.
I've heard Sean Wade can play safety, but he's got to find a spot and settle down to get out of those inconsistencies from last season.
Yeah, but that's 7 touchdowns though. That shows that he's a pretty good playmaker. But it seems that he kind of got lazy in pass coverage by allowing a 118.4 passer rating. So that's a little questionable. But
So would y'all put Sean Wade at safety then?
yeah, we could have asked him to play at safety. But honestly, I wouldn't mind Trill Williams here too. Both are good options.
Yeah, personally, I would go with Trill Williams. I think it just doesn't get. That's about as good as it gets with his body type and his production.
Yeah, I think I'd go with Trill Williams too. I wouldn't want to force a guy to play out of position, but Trill Williams like you said, more consistent as a cornerback and better fit for our scheme wise. So let's go ahead and get him. So now we got our cornerback, we got our inside D line, and let's see, we could go safety next. See who's available. This is if we don't trade Deshaun, then we don't need to go super offense like we did last time. But
Right.
Hufanga is available. Let's see.
He's a pretty big safety. Kind of a run support kind of guy.
Yeah, a lot of
tackles.
run defense. for him.
We could also take a look at the interior lineman here because you got Britt, kind of old.
Oh yeah.
Marcus Cannon, kind of old. Or
Yeah.
actually very old, 33 years
Yeah,
old.
Drake Jackson, Josh Myers, both available here. Last time we went
Alright.
Drake Jackson, so we could just go Drake Jackson again here.
Yeah, how much do we really like Drake Jackson? I don't really know much about him, but like we saw earlier.
He didn't allow any sacks last season, only 3 hurries.
Yeah.
Whereas Josh Meyer allowed 2 sacks on 7 games, whereas Drake Jackson allowed 0 sacks in 11 games. So seems like Drake Jackson is better a little bit than Josh Myers. But what do y'all
Actually,
think?
maybe we take a look at Tyree Gillespie.
Yeah, Gillespie.
Yeah.
Let's see, 35 tackles.
Let's.
Only played 9 games last season. I'm guessing he opted out or something.
I think they might have had some cancellations.
Yeah, he's 6 feet tall, 210 pounds, so pretty big actually.
Okay, I'm trying to see kind of what he's like a little bit. So we could look at is there any other people we could look at for that? Lots of safeties. Or I guess you filtered it, but yeah. I mean,
a lot of people available. There's still Jacoby Stevens, who I think we drafted last time.
yes.
So we could wait on safety if we really like Jacoby Stevens later. I'm thinking we can just go with inside O-line here, like either Drake Jackson or Josh Myers, and we can get the safety in the later round picks.
Yeah, so this is telling me Gillespie is a kind of another run stopper, kind of like the city from USC. So I would go with Drake Jackson once again. As I don't think we need a run support safety.
Okay, so Gillespie is still available at that. So there's also Tariq Thompson, who's pretty good from San Diego State. Let's go run defense. So who do y'all think? Should we go Tyree Gillespie here?
Yeah, I'd probably go Tyrese Gillespie.
All right.
Yeah. I could see how his traits would help. Looks like Nick Cassera likes the aggressive type players so far in the pickups he's made.
All right, so 4 more picks left. So we got O-line, we got interior D-line, we got safety, we got corner. So we definitely filled a lot of our defensive needs. We could just stack up more on defense. We could go wide receiver here, honestly.
So in a deep receiver class, I think just seeing Hamilcar Rashad Jr. right there on the top of the board looked really, really good to me. A really good edge player.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So we can take a look at his stats real quick. I know he's also a lot of people projecting actually be a second round talent.
Oh, wow, he had 15 sacks in 12 games last season. In 2019, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's crazy production. I don't know what slowed down in 2020.
And he's got the height, 6'4", and he can gain weight, get to 260. Be a prototypical 4-3 defensive end on the edge.
Yeah,
and he knows how to get sacks.
Yeah. So I'd definitely be down for this guy. So let's go ahead and draft him. Maybe we can go wide receiver next, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Marquez Stevenson, Tevon Grimes. TJ Basher, who you said you liked. Yeah, at this point, I don't know who we would really go at this point. We already got most of our needs. We could go running back. Maybe Jared Patterson is still available. I know he had that crazy game. Looks like he's not.
Yeah, he's not there. But CJ Riddell is there. He's a very quick running back.
Let's see.
He may be available for the next
Later
pick because we have
Oh, okay. So we can get him there. We could go. Let's see. We didn't go. Well, yeah, we did go edge. We could go linebacker. We haven't drafted a linebacker, but I don't know if we really need one. Yeah.
I really don't know about much of those linebackers there. I saw there's a linebacker from Illinois, so I don't know if that makes Lovie Smith
Oh yeah, Lovie Smith,
get on the phone.
Jake Hansen.
Let's see.
We could just go best pick available. Obviously, Sam Allinker is the best pick available here.
Yeah, I think I would go with CJ Verdell. He was pretty much a first round talent just like a year ago, I think. But
Yeah,
people like ETN and Najee Harris kind of went off the scene.
yeah, he does have a lot of yards per attempt, and he has had 2 seasons with 1,000 yards rushing. So yeah, definitely be a good value pick here at 203. So we have 2 more picks remaining. At this point, it's most likely like best pick available. Nothing too crazy. So what do y'all think? We could just get more O-line help. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we could just go like best pick available for O-line at this point.
I would I'm more enticed by Trey Hill. He's when you play in the SEC, I know those linemen are definitely, well, you would say built different, very tough.
6'4",
Play against
330.
great defenses.
Yeah. Okay. I like the pick, Trey Hill. And yeah, one more pick
And
remaining.
then I would like to take a look at some receivers for the next pick.
All right. So DeMonte Cox. We have another Illinois person here. TJ Basher is still available.
Hmm. Let's see what DeMonte Cox is like.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Pretty productive guy. Looks like 2018 1,000-yard season. Looks like he gets touchdowns, and he does have pretty good yards per reception here. Pretty consistent in 2 seasons. He's averaged around 16.5 in 2 seasons. Oh, sorry. So pretty solid guy
And,
at this.
yeah, and he opted out of the 2020 season as
Alright.
well.
I think I'd be fine drafting him, to be honest. We could use more wide receiver help for the future, and that's pretty much it for our draft. I'm gonna have one last look at our draft here. See, so we drafted Tyler Sheldon first, and then Joe Williams, Drake Jackson, Tyree Gillespie, Amilcar Rashad Jr., CJ Verdell, Trey Hill, DeMonte Cox. So we got a B from PFF. So obviously PFF doesn't really like us too much. But honestly, I think this is a great draft for us. We satisfied all our needs on defense, got some wide receiver help, got some running back help, and I think it's pretty solid, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the defensive theme kind of draft because the better the defense is, the more avoidable a season like last season is when you have young players on defense, you have veterans on defense. The defense is going to be a lot better with those picks.
Yep, and I definitely agree with you there. And that pretty much does it for our mock draft video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who would you have drafted at some of these spots? Where do you think Deshaun Watson is going to be traded? Whatnot? And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you all for watching. Peace.